Hey, so we have a big breaking news coming out. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and the notification bell. We're gonna see what's going on here, guys. And it says the Russian army launched a massive drone strike on the city of Zaporizhia on the evening of Thursday, May 1st. There are already reports of casualties, according to the head of the Zaporizhia Regional Military Administration. All right, so once again, guys, this is not looking good. It's not looking good here. So the bear strike crane again. Seems like the bear just don't want peace. Vladimir, what's going on here, man? I mean, you came out, you say you wanted a ceasefire. I don't know when, starting May something, and due to the World War II anniversary, and they have their parade and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, what's this here? Now, once again, I don't agree with this. I think the bear is wrong for this operation here, and yeah, this is something that's happening right now. The bear forces launched a strike on Zaporizhia Ukraine. Regional Chief Ivan confirmed 8 were injured in the strike, though further details of the extent of the damage are still emerging. All right, so we're gonna see what's going on here, guys. This is not looking good. And we do have some more breaking news I want to share with you. We're going to start with this one here. But again, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. All right, so the Russian army launched a massive operation, a strike, on the city of Zaporizhia on the evening of March the 1st. All right, there are reports of casualty, according to the head of the Zaporizhia Regional Military Administration. Around 10:07 p.m. Kiev time, Fedorov reported that the city was under a massive strike and urged locals to take shelter. By 10:29 p.m., according to his data, over 10 drone strikes have been carried out on Zaporizhia. Now, this is the region that was annexed by Russia. Zaporizhia, Luhansk, Donetsk, and Lviv, I think. So those are the regions that were annexed. Still, there's no excuse for them to fire them drones. So the Bear have launched at least 10 strikes on Zaporizhia, and several fires have occurred. According to preliminary information, there are casualties. All details are being established, Fedorov wrote. Update at 10:40 p.m. Kiev time. It says here, Fedorov reported that one person was impacted as a result of the strike. Information has arrived about one injured. A medical team has been dispatched to the location, he wrote. So it started at 10 p.m. Kiev time. That's when everything started happening. You got some pictures here. Hopefully I don't get hit with it. So you got some windows shattered. The question is, what were their excuse to strike this region? Are they going after someone? Again, there's no reason for them to launch drones out there where innocents are at. Update at 10:53 p.m. Kiev time. Fedorov reported the first victim as a result of the bear strike. A 61 years old has passed. My deepest condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. Once again, a 61 years old has passed as a result of the bear strike on Zaporizhia. He also stated that there are people, many trapped at one of the impact sites. There are people under, you know what, consequences of the strike. Fedorov also shared photos showing the aftermath of the bear drone strike in the city. Now, here's the thing, guys. You know, I don't like those that run Crane, like the leader. I just don't trust him, and his policy is just terrible. And the only thing he think about is money, 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 and this and that. But here's the thing: ever since Donald came, it's not like we sending equipment like Joe has for the past couple of years. Donald has put a stop to that, but the bear is still striking, and that's one thing that I put my foot down and say, hey, Vladimir, enough, enough. All right, Donald stopped with the sending equipment, and this is a new commander in chief, and he's willing to negotiate and work things out. But you want to continue striking that region and striking innocents. You got to stop here, man. And the problem is that Donald has sent him a message. You need to stop. If not, I will slap you with sanctions. Again, Vladimir, again Putin, he's not listening. He's not listening now. Now he's not listening, and I think Donald's gonna. I got a strong feeling Donald is going to back Crane now. Donald's gonna be like, you know what? I was nice with you, Vladimir. I was nice, but it stops here. It stops here. You're not going after innocent, and it's gonna end here. Now, again, the bear's wrong. The bear's wrong, and you guys know me. Again, it's kind of rare for me to say that the bear's wrong, Russia's wrong, because under Joe, it was all Joe war. But now this is Donald, and the story's different now. In addition, Ivan released a video from the site of one of the Shahed impacts. One person passed, at least 3 injured. Here's an update. At 11:14 p.m. Kiev time, the number of those impacted in the enemy strike on Zaporizhia has risen to 4. Man. The bear targeted private homes, high-rise buildings, educational institutions, and infrastructure facilities. Preliminary reports indicate that there are many stuck. Man. At 11:20 p.m., Fedorov reported that the number of those impacted in the strike has risen to 7. Strike on Crane. Last night, the Bear Army struck Crane with ballistic, an unmanned aerial vehicle. A total of 74 drones were taken down. And this evening, the Bear Federation launched several groups of strike drones at Cranian territory. Yeah, I think right now this needs to stop. Vladimir, enough is enough, man. I mean, it needs to stop. Again, you talk about peace, but dude, what are you doing here? What are you doing? What are you doing? There are innocents out there in fear. Give me 1 second. I want to see if I can find some more information here. Man. absolutely not good. It's not right. All right, so I'm going back on X and see if I can find any more updates here. Mm. Um, we do have some more updates. Let me just fix this really quick here. So it says here the bear and crane trade deadly drone strike after sleeping giant and crane mineral deal is signed. I guess that mineral deal is what kind of triggered it. So you got these two country exchange drone strike. Ukrainian drone strike left at least 7 gone, and Russian strike on Odessa 2 gone. On Thursday, officials said, just hours after Kiev and Washington signed a long anticipated agreement granting U.S. access to Ukraine's mineral resources. The strike in a partially occupied Kherson region of southern Ukraine, which struck a market in the town of Olensky, has taken 7 and wounded more than 20, Moscow appointed Gov said. At the time of the strike, there were many, many innocents in the market. Man. And after the first wave of strike, he said Crane sent further drones to finish off any survivors. Sad. When is this going to end? I mean, we all want this to end. And I've been reporting about Ukraine and the bear in Russia for like 3 years. The people want it to end. The world wants it to end. Enough is enough. Meanwhile, you have the bear drone strike on the Black Sea port city of Odessa early Thursday, taking 2 and injured 15, Ukrainian emergency services said. Now, regional Gov Ole said that the barrage struck buildings, private homes, and a supermarket and other facilities. Videos shared by Kuiper on Telegram showed a high-rise building with a severely damaged facade, a shattered storefront, and firefighters battling the you-know-what. A drone struck and ignited a fire at a petrol station in the center of Kharkiv. That's another territory that was annexed by Russia. So we talked about Zaporizhia. This here is Kharkiv. So you have Ukraine's second largest city, according to mayor. So Kharkiv is the second largest city. The first one is Kiev. Following the strike, Ukrainian leader Zelensky said that the bear had ignored a U.S. proposal for a full and unconditional cease plan for more than 50 days now. There were also our proposal, at the very least, to refrain from striking innocent infrastructures and to establish lasting silence in the sky, at sea, and on land, he said. The bear has responded to all this with new shelling and new assault. So the agreement on mineral wealth. So the U.S. and Ukraine on Wednesday signed an agreement granting American access to Ukraine's vast mineral resources, finalizing a deal months in the making that could enable continued military aid to Kiev amid concerns that Donald might scale back support in ongoing peace negotiation with the bear. So we're going to be sending more equipment to them now? I'm so confused. One day Donald says that he wants this biblical war to end because thousands are passing every week. But at the same time, he's sending equipments. Ukrainian leader Zelensky originally proposed such a deal last year as a way of helping to secure Ukraine's future by tying it to the U.S. interests. Ukrainian officials said previous version of the accord will have reduced Kiev to a junior partner and gave Washington unprecedented rights to the country's resources, but that the versions signed Wednesday was far more beneficial to Ukraine. Once again, the leader, Zelensky, said Thursday that the signing of the mineral deal was the first result of the meeting he had with Donald at the Vatican during the Pope's funeral and called the agreement truly historic. During his nightly address, he said that per the signed agreement, there were no debts to be paid. What? Hold on. During his nightly address, he said that per the signed agreement, there were no debts to be paid from past U.S. aid to Kiev. Oh. They owe us billions. During his nightly address, he said that per the signed agreement, there were no debts to be paid from past U.S. aid to Kiev. He said the agreement will be sent to Parliament to be ratified and that Ukraine was interested in ensuring that there are no delays with the agreement. I did share a video a couple of weeks ago. Zelensky said that he was not going to pay back the money that was sent to him under Joe. He said, Donald, that was not credit. That was not a loan. That was a gift from Joe. I don't have to pay that back. How much? Possibly 200 billion. Donald said it's 300 billion. So Joe gave free money. Free money. And it belongs to you. The sleeping giant, tax money. It belongs to you. It went to biblical war. They don't have to pay it back. Meanwhile, don't forget to pay your credit card bills. And no, they're not going to give you a free handout. According to Zelensky, the agreement is truly equal and creates an opportunity for investment in Ukraine. This is working together with America and on fair terms when both the Ukrainian state and the U.S., which help us in the defense, can earn in partnership, he added. So you have this person here, Timofey, former economy minister and current president of Kiev School of Economics, said Thursday that despite what he described as unimaginable pressure during negotiation on the deal, Ukraine succeeded in defending its interest. This is a huge political and diplomatic win for Ukraine. Now, we have Milovanov said the deal does not restrict Kiev to selling only to American buyers. Instead, he said the deal recognizes contribution from both sides and Ukraine in the form of revenues from new project and the U.S. potentially through military assistance. Kiev residents voiced mixed reactions Thursday morning to the newly signed U.S.-Ukraine agreement, with many saying they had not yet had time to fully understand the deal's implications. Among those who spoke to the Associated Press about the deal was Diana, who attended a rally in Independence Square demanding information on missing Ukrainian soldiers. Her father went missing in combat last year. Any news is hard to take, whether it's about negotiations or anything else. Abramova said, but I still believe and hope that any action will bring us closer to one thing: Ukraine's victory. Only victory. 74 years old university lecturer Natalia says she wasn't familiar with the details of the agreement, but remained cautiously optimistic. I'm sorry, the name Natalia just popped up. Um, my wife and I, we were watching this. Is based on a true story of this girl named Natalia. She was adopted by Americans, and she came from Ukraine. Now, when she came here, they thought she was this 7 years old girl. But apparently, it seems like she was not 7 years old. She was 21 years old. But the foster care documents says she's 7. And so she was this little, I mean, looks like a 7 years old. But yeah, her name was Natalia. And I don't know if you guys heard of her, the story, but I'm still going through it. And it's just one of those stories that it's like, man, I mean, you know, and the foster parents were so fed up with her, and they changed her age from 7 to 22. They went to court and all that. They changed the age, and they put her in some kind of apartment by herself. And you got this 7 years old, you change her age to 22, and she's living alone. And then you got neighbors. Neighbors like, who's this child? And it just, neighbors were kind of spooked and saying, wait a minute, where's your parents? I'm 22 years old. So I don't know if you guys seen it, but it's a girl named Natalia from Ukraine. Very, very, it's just one of those stories like, you just get stuck in it, watching the documentary and stuff. Okay, so it says here, others shared a more skeptical view. Irina, a 37 years old Kiev resident, expressed frustration and disillusionment with the broader implication of the deal. Now, it says here she told the Associated Press she feels terrible that our land is just a bargaining chip for the rest of the world, and that we do not have our own full protection but rely on someone. This is why I believe it's good for Zelensky to step down, let someone else come, because the people need, again, I feel bad taking what belongs to Ukraine. But again, you have Zelensky ask for all these money. He has to pay it back. He has to pay it back. And hopefully once the debt is paid, we could help Ukraine to build their economy and just for the people to live peaceful. It says here, my vision is that instead of strengthening ourselves, we continue to give it all away. I feel sorry for our land and for our people. I agree with you. I agree with you. But at the very end, it's all political stuff. It's all politics. The bare reaction to the mineral deals. So reaction to the signing was generally muted in Moscow on Wednesday, a holiday in Russia. But the deputy chair of the Bear National Security Council, Dmitry, said that Donald had forced Ukraine to effectively pay for American military aid and with its mineral resources. Now, military supply will have to be paid for with the national wealth of a disappearing country, he claimed in a post on Telegram. Now, Vladimir Rogov, chairman of the Russian Civic Chambers Commission on Sovereignty, told the Russian state news agency, RIA Novosti, that Zelensky had effectively handed Ukraine over to legally prescribe slavery. Alright, so that's where we at right now, guys. That is where we at. You have some strike going on. You got things hitting the fan right now. It's not looking good. Once again, I would keep it updated with this news. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And once again, thank you so much for your support. Check out the videos I posted today, guys. The links will be in the comments box. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to give your life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and as the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon will get you access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.